Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Suyun here, and today what we are going to be talking about is how I manage my money on a month-to-month basis. And well, I've been getting a few questions here and there from friends about my bucket system, and yeah, I hope this video really clarifies everything and makes it even clearer. But if you have any questions, feel free to comment down below, and make sure you are subscribed to this channel so whenever I upload, please show some support and check out the video. Throw a thumbs up because I hear it helps with getting more people to view the video. And yeah, just subscribe if you haven't, because we have content every week and I do my best to upload things that are actionable and relevant to all of us. So today is the 1st of August, and what I did yesterday was to split all my accounts into the different accounts that I actually use, and I wanted to share with you why I use this system. So a lot of people actually track their money using maybe 2 or 3 bank accounts, but what I really like to do is to be super extra and have 6 to 7 bank accounts. So I know it sounds really crazy, it's a lot, but for someone like me, I like to be able to see exactly what the balances are in all of them, and yeah, it just makes me really happy and very motivated to save and to spend well. There are 7 accounts that I have and 6 accounts that I am contributing to currently. And the accounts are daily expenses, Splurge, debt detonators, investments, vacation, and gifts. Is that 6? I think so. I wasn't counting. So actually, there is also an emergency fund, and I guess I'll talk about this first. The emergency fund I use here in Malaysia, I use the OCBC booster account because it gives a high interest rate on what I put in, which is my savings, and at 3 to 3.25% per year, as long as I exceed 30,000, which is what happened to it because I have saved well more than a year worth of expenses. So it was quite hard to do, but I achieved it with a lot of help from, like ang pao money and birthday money. So I just put that all in for emergencies. So that is done. So every month I contribute to these 6 accounts, which is daily expenses. I put 17%, and for splurging, I put 11%. I talk about these two together because I really use the same bank accounts. They're both Maybank bank accounts and they're regular current accounts. But what I did was I split them into 2 separate debit cards. So the daily expenses, I put 17% onto one debit card and 11%, which is splurging, into the other debit card. And how I did that was I went to the bank. I actually had, in Maybank to you have the option to sign up for additional bank accounts. So in my Maybank to you at that time, I had a CDS account, which is my stock trading account. I had the Maybank to you Savers, which I applied for. I had a Maybank to you Saver Premier, something like that. It's like Maybank to you Saver, just with a smaller interest rate. And I also had my current account. So what I did was I told the person, let me split my bank accounts into 2 separate debit cards, and she said, okay, why not you use the MTU Premier and split it into a separate bank account, which then I can issue you a debit card. So that's what happened. And yeah, whenever I spend my money, it is pretty interesting to see because then I can see exactly what I'm buying. And also, the moment I finish or I overspend, there is nothing left for me in those accounts. And if I really wanted to have more money, then I have to go out and initiate some form of an additional job. I could sell stuff on Carousel, or I could sell some pops, which is what my boyfriend taught me to do. What else? I could do some freelance work to top up whatever I needed to have in order to eat or to pump petrol or to pay my insurance. Yeah, things like that. But I do my best to stay within the budget because it's a good habit to stick to the budget. Okay, so those two accounts are done. The next one would be Debt Detonator. So Debt Detonators would be for things like those installments that I have on my credit card. So I think I am done with paying Equities Tracker's course fees. I think it's done. After a long 2 years, I've paid it off and I'm very happy about that. So that extra money will go straight into my investment account. And Debt Detonators, I'm sitting at around 7% per month, and it doesn't really have an additional account where I put my money there. I just put it into my daily expenses and pay my credit card straight off the bat. The fourth account, which is my favorite, it's my investment account. I have 50% allocated to go straight into my Maybank to use savers. And yeah, sometimes I use it a bit weirdly. Like, the Maybank to use savers is actually a good investment waiting room because it pays 2 to 2.2% per year. And what I like about it is my dividends from my stocks go straight into my M2U savers. However, sometimes I transfer the money out straight away into my Kenanga CDS account, which is where most of my shares sit. And yeah, I use it interchangeably sometimes, and I'm still human. I like having a little bit of extra cash just in case I have some crazy desire to spend more money on something. Yeah, it's just for, I wouldn't like to say emergency purposes, it's more like for peace of mind purposes, that a little bit of extra money sits in my Maybank to use savers as well. So after the investment account, I have my gifts account, and the gifts account I use CIMB, and you can just use any extra bank account that you have for this, because for me at least, the gifts account is super active. What goes in can actually come out in that same month, because I have a lot of friends, family who have birthdays every single month. And also, if I feel like doing charity, the money comes out from this account as well. So 5% of my income goes into the gifts account in CIMB. And the last account that I save for is my vacation fund, and 10% of my income goes into that, and I use the OCBC Smart Savers. And it's a good account, not so good where you cannot withdraw within the month because you might break your bonus interest. So I do my best not to touch that at all, so I get entitled to have the interest that comes in every first of the month. I've been saving in my vacation account pretty well so far, because the next vacation I have is in September with my best friend and our partners. So it'll be interesting to actually use that money. I'll see how I feel when I actually spend it, because the last time when I took a vacation with my boyfriend, I did not have a vacation fund, and it was very painful to take it out from just a general pool of money. So I'll let you know, I'll keep you updated on how I feel when I spend that vacation money, and I hope I won't spend all of it. So yeah, that's the update. My Instagram is called Suyinvest, or actually it's meant to be read as Suyin Invest, because investing is within Suyin. Yeah, okay, I'm super lame and I'm very terrible sometimes with my jokes, so bear with me. And yeah, I was asking about whether all of you out there are interested to find out about robo-advisor platforms. So currently I'm using funding societies, and also I just started testing out Stashaway. And yeah, I will probably be making a video reviewing those two platforms and what are my thoughts about them, and whether I would actually put more money in them. So I really don't have a lot of money inside funding societies nor Stashaway right now, at least. And yeah, it'll be interesting to explore how I feel about them as time goes on, because I am a long-term investor. So that is something to note. If you are a trader and you're listening to my advice, honey, you're in the wrong channel. But if you are someone like me who is more interested in valuing the fundamentals of a company, or being able to sleep after you have purchased your stocks or made your investments, where you can just sleep on it and maybe even sleep on it for a few years at a time, yeah, then this channel is for you, because the strategies that I share is along the lines of value investing. So yeah, I hope this video has been useful, and let me know if you have any more questions, and let me know if you have different systems that you've been using for yourself to manage your money or tracking of your expenses. I know I don't talk a lot about tracking of expenses, but it's because I really just allocate well, and because of that I don't really need to track too much. So yeah, I will see you in the next video. Please leave me a comment or like or subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!